on in, everybody, here to AuburnUndercover.com, the Auburn Undercover YouTube channel. Nathan King and Jason Caldwell here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Auburn's 5 straight home games to start the season have wrapped up, and it was pretty much a disaster through 5 games for Auburn. They exit this stretch 2-3, and Jason, Auburn thought it gave those games away against Cal and Arkansas.
Yeah, this one was worse.
This one was, you felt like 10 turnovers in those games was rock bottom in that department. Goes to show today, can always be worse. Peyton Thorne's fourth quarter pick 6. Auburn led by 11 in the fourth quarter. Jason, as it comes, to getting a ranked win, having an opportunity to get back on the right track, in terms of a game like that, this is just about as bad as it gets when you have to give away a game like this.
It does, and there's lots of other things you look at in this game, and people kind of go, hey, the fourth down, but that's kind of set up the next touchdown because you held them 3 now, got field position. So it worked out for that one. Missed field goal obviously was huge at the end of the first half, and some clock issues may have caused that. You got a little rush, even though you get a second chance. It's kind of in your mind already. Yeah. But yeah, you got 11-point lead. You got the ball at the 33-yard line. First down, 11 minutes left. Chance to go salt the game away, and you throw it a couple times, run it up the middle, miss a 51-yard field goal. They had a huge big pass. They take all the momentum, and the rest is history.
Yep. Yeah, Auburn came back down on that next drive, and Jarquez Hunter, he popped the run on that drive, and then he popped the run on another drive, the one after that, to get Auburn into position there on the Oklahoma side of the field. I look back, too, at the Damari Alston. I believe it was 2nd and 2, and Damari Alston goes backwards 2 yards. Now, all of a sudden, you're in position on 3rd and 4. Auburn elects to go empty with Peyton Thorne. It was a great play by Kip Lewis to kind of come away from the line of scrimmage at the last second, but boy, I mean, it's unfortunate that is the play that is going to be looked at from Thorne, because other than that, I mean, spectacular day for him today. But again, those turnovers just continue to weigh on Auburn. And I mean, look, on the other side of things, you felt like your defense played really well in this game.
Two plays.
Yeah, other than just the Oklahoma didn't have sustained.
Quarterback run and the deep ball were really the 2 plays that you gave up defensively. And this came at an unfortunate time with the deep ball there, but yeah, everything comes back to me to decision-making opportunities there. Even on the 3rd and 4, where you throw the pick 6, you're at the 43-yard line. You got 2 plays to get 4 yards.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to punt it. Take your shots and run the football again. I thought that, to me, was the issue. We saw Tennessee do it last week. They got ahead of Oklahoma. They said, look, this team's not real good offensively. We're going to run the football and make them beat us, and they couldn't do it. And Auburn opened up the door by not running the football, and then the pick 6 helped them run right through it.
Yeah, and as Hugh Freeze said after the game, everybody kind of gets shocked after that. Then, I mean, Auburn had 2 more drives that could have gone down and tried to take the lead, but it just felt like the momentum was completely shot at that point. You had a very stunned sideline. Yeah, you mentioned, the missed opportunities in this game. You point to that interception. There are not many, more clear examples of a play, swinging the game and giving the other team the victory, basically. But you can point to some stuff in the first half. The interesting call to go with Sam Jackson on the Wildcat, but at the end of the day, they didn't pick up a 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned, calling a timeout right before halftime, before the 3rd down instead of after,
and then throwing the ball in the field of play. You had to run on.
Yep.
You missed it. You got another chance, but it's still it's already in your mind now. And it was the same exact kick. We saw the same one from 51 too, where you just kind of pulled it and rushed it a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, so many opportunities. You played for 3.5 quarters or 3 quarters in 5 minutes. Auburn played. And we talked about it all week. When this team doesn't turn the ball over, they can go compete with anybody.
And this
was
This was the best they've looked.
They showed that tonight. But you can't make mistakes like that, whether it be coaching mistakes, player mistakes. In the end, Luke Deal said, look, we got to execute the play that's called. And so those are things. No matter what run pass, you still got the ability to go execute it. They didn't do that. The second down play, they had a one-on-one opportunity with Keandre Lambert-Smith on that, when they had the ball 33-yard line, and Peyton throws a back shoulder. Keandre doesn't get the call. He runs past it. It would have been an easy first down. You convert that, maybe the rest is history. But that's the way it goes right now for this team, is that when they have an opportunity to make a play, they're not doing it.
Yeah, Freeze has said it. The margin of error is so slim for them right now. I mean, Thorne was dealing at parts of this game. I think there's no question. This was Auburn's best game of the season. I think that they played on both sides of the ball. Funny enough, even with the loss and even with the late mistake. Jason, I mean, we had talked about not only this game being a big one for Auburn, all off season, but they're in a position now. We mentioned it on the pregame blitz. This felt like, you don't want to say must-win game, Going forward now, Georgia on the road, Missouri. I mean, 3 straight road games after this. Kentucky obviously comes away with a win at Ole Miss today. It doesn't get any easier from here. This is not at all the position you wanted to be in for Hugh Freeze to start year 2, and there's just no way around it. Obviously, recruiting is still going the way you want it to, but to leave this 5-game homestand at 2-3 is a pretty big failure for them early in the season.
It is, and hey, it's. I think most people that watch it knew this was going to be a tough rebuild. You don't have to do those things. I think that this talent level is better. Mm-hmm. I still think that they're moving in the right direction. You can think those things and still think that coaching was a big part of games. And that's the thing. I still think Hugh Freeze is the guy that is the right guy for right now. But I also think that, hey, if they coach the game a little bit better, Auburn is winning and they're 3-2 right now. Right. It happens. It's unfortunate that it happened today in this situation because of the way they played. Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't the same as the 4th and 31, but it did sort of feel like, it felt a lot like that Iron Bowl game that Auburn was winning. Auburn had a really good chance to win the game, and it's pulled out from under the rug. So Auburn drops to 2-3 on the season. We mentioned that stretch coming forward for them. And look, players said it after the game. Peyton Thorne said it. That, you get tired of silver linings. That's where this team is right now. They feel like they should be 5-0, maybe, but when you commit the self-inflicted things and it's more on you than it is on the opponent, that is even more frustrating than if you just got beaten straight
up. It is,
up.
and it makes it tougher. And like I said, how do you answer? How do you respond? It's going to be a really tough week for these guys as you get ready to go on the road for a month. Yeah. Maybe it's the best thing for this team to get away, to go, hey, it's us against the world mentality, get away from home for a little while. Maybe it's the best thing for them, but no question about it. They got to figure out a way to finish games, and once again, it costs them.
It's been a while since Auburn had an opportunity to win a game like this. Looking back, and truthfully, was writing to get ready for them to win the game, and then you change things up. Would have been their first ranked win since 2021. Now they dropped to a position where 5 straight Power 4 opponents they've lost to. It's just a streak that for this team at home. As I was looking at toward the end of the game, they have seen teams, Oklahoma, Cal, and Arkansas, even going back last season, somebody like New Mexico State. Teams grab the cheerleader flag and they plant it in the end zone. That has happened way more often of late than Auburn is used to here at this stadium.
Absolutely. And right now there's nothing you can do about that. You got to go and regroup, figure out how to take it on the road and come away with some wins. And you do that, like I said, we saw today. This is a team that can go out and compete and win those games. But you got to figure out a way to do it for 60 minutes.
Yep. It's, I believe, 482 yards of offense for Auburn today against a really good Oklahoma defense. Oklahoma wins 27-21 here in Jordan-Hare Stadium as Auburn drops to 2-3 on the season and 0-2 in SEC play. Jason Caldwell, I'm Nathan King. We'll catch you guys back over at auburnundercover.com.